I'm back again, and I'm here with my end of the week video, which is going to be posted the day after my middle of the week video, but that's because my middle of the week video, yeah. This is what happens when you try and do a whole bunch of little tiny videos and you don't have enough time to post them all. I was kind of hoping I could upload it from my phone. That wasn't a thing. So here I am now. Basically, I'm just doing a quick wrap up with myself to see what I got done this week, which it didn't feel like a lot, but in some ways it did feel like a lot. I was able to kind of get an idea of where I'm at with all the projects that I needed to get in touch with. I did a bunch of posting videos or not videos. Well, I posted one video, and then after this I will have posted two. I did sketches every day, so that was huge. And I did some promos for Instagram. And I may have also bought a domain. I'm not gonna necessarily do a website, but I did want to get the domain just in case, because it's a big deal for me. But that's neither here nor there. I have that. Like I said, the big deal was me getting the routine done for the projects and get an idea of where I'm at with everything. And then yesterday I was able to do this really nice little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I was able to touch on projects. And it feels really good when I'm able to actually work on multiple projects and like get a sense of accomplishment on each of them. That's huge. Now I just have to see if it's actually viable for me to get progress on all four projects in one night. I am positive that's not going to be a normal thing because I don't have a lot of time in my day. I know people are like, oh, well, you need to make time. Yes. And I do. I also have things that are very important to me, like my health, which means I need to exercise, and I'm putting my health above my productivity, because at the end of the day, I only have one body and I have a whole bunch of projects, and the projects are still going to be there. I just don't want to. Yeah. Health, most important thing here. As a result, that means I only have a certain amount of time, which means I have to be really, really deliberate with everything that I'm doing. It may also mean that even though I'm not scheduled for weekends, is to work some weekends anyway in order to try and get some of these projects done. I figured it out. I need to get 3 chapters done every weeknight at the very minimum in order to like finish. That's just for finishing the Wander People, so it'll be ready to be formatted for publication in March, because I need to have, by mid-March, I need to be able to like get author copies. So I mean, at least I read through the manuscript and there's not any major things going on. But it's really, 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 really nerve-wracking. So I have that. I'm doing some, I did some rewrites on like the biggest project. And I think that's where I felt really, really good. I think even if I can get like, I figured it out, because there's only 20 chapters, but 20 chapters is basically half a year. If I were to do like, so if I can get like, if I can do 2 chapters in a week of editing, then I can get that done. I can have it ready to go for like middle of the year. And even if I don't, like even if I just started now and do a chapter a week, then I am golden for this. But in an ideal world, I get like 2 or 3 chapters done a week. Then I can have it ready to go. The other books, I don't really know, except for the first book. So I have the longest book and the shortest book. I've got those. The other 2 middle books, I'm not sure. Depends on, I think I have like, as I'm seeing it now, I think I have an idea of when I'm going to be able to publish each book. But I don't want to say it in case I'm wrong. But let's just say I think I can accomplish all of my goals this year, even though it's really, really challenging. And that makes it really exciting. Because the thrill of being able to push yourself a little harder and get and accomplish something is really, really a good feeling. So yeah, that'll be really, really, really great. And what else do I have to say? I don't know. I like the idea of these videos. The chatty videos make me feel kind of weird, because I feel like I should be imparting some great wisdom, and I'm sure I have some great wisdom somewhere, but it's not coming across in the video. Yeah. Let me think. So those are my big, huge wins. And I mean, basically that's it. I want to do some work this weekend, and I also surprisingly ran out of ink in my, I ran out of eco ink in my printer, like black ink in my printer. I don't know how I did that, because I just bought ink. Wait. Oh, wow. Okay, see? Never mind. If it wasn't for this video, I never would have found it. That's good. I had a heart attack, because I just thought that I have a drawer over there with all of my extra stuff, like it has papers and art supplies and ink toner. The toner I thought I already put in the printer, and I had a heart attack because I thought it was all gone. This is me. But yes, so now I can print off. I need to print off a PDF, because I have another idea. Because I got the Kobo promo for Crystal Crown, which is part of the Aventure series. I wanted to print off the original manuscript, which is only in, like, that I photocopied in. So I'm going to print off the photocopy, because I'm not going to work on the actual manuscript. And in doing that, I want to print it off so I can edit that copy and see if I need to, because I think I need to do some serious structural editing, which means that I can read through the manuscript, make notes, and then instead of doing a full OCR, I can rewrite parts I need to rewrite and copy parts, that the sections that I need to have copied. That is the goal. That is the dream. That is happening tonight. Printing it off And then I'll be doing that this weekend because I also wanted to do, yeah, see, this is me getting distracted from projects with other projects. This is happening now, but it's also good because it helps. It's a fun place I like to play. The world of Aventure. It has so many different, it's so Tolkien, and I just love it because not only was it bedtime stories for me, but there's just, I don't know, it's rich, it's a rich story. It's not just stories, there's like poems, there's songs, there's languages, which I also have to work on because I need to use some actual language that he created in order to describe some kinds of people that show up in the story. Yeah, anyway. I could go, well, could I go on about it? No, I don't know enough about the world enough. Like, I have to, enough about the world. Anyway, I have to do way more research and more writing about what I'm researching, which is basically all of his papers, writing it down, and doing that. It's the only way I can get more knowledgeable about the world in order to write about it in an intelligent manner, in order to build on it properly. This is probably what Christopher Tolkien had to do. And same. But let me tell you, a lot of fun. Anyway, some people would take the time for when the other video is uploading to, do productive things like, print off manuscripts and maybe even try and do some editing of like manuscripts while everything is uploading, because you can still do that. No. I have chosen instead to video some more. Why? I don't know why. Because I didn't really like the last video that no one's gonna see. Yeah, I'll probably like cut and splice bits and pieces of this. Yeah, and I don't even know why I got in front of the camera this time around, but I think I felt like I had a good reason at the time. I think I'm mostly because I'm really excited, because as soon as I'm done creating this video, I'm going to be printing off the entire manuscript, and then once I get 3 to 4 chapters edited of the really simple book, I'm gonna go over and finish reading the manuscript, and then I'm gonna do edits on it. The intention of that is to be able to get a good idea of the story. Plus, I just want to read the story. It's been a long time since I've had the story read to me, because that's what it was. It was me getting it read to me. I never actually read it myself. It was always read to me as a bedtime story. So now I'm going to actually... And what story am I talking about? Oh boy. I'm talking about Aventure. It's just a second manuscript. But it's... I don't know it. Like, I don't understand. I don't remember enough about it. I know the first story really well, because that's the one I published already, which is The Guardian of the Sword, which is a very compact, you get the story, you have your appendices afterwards, it's very tight, I got it. The second manuscript is rambling, and I need to put it together. I need to get a better understanding. Like there's like a first part of it that actually makes sense, because it's got 12 chapters, and so it talks about like not even the usurping, but like, we're gonna take off out of this, we're gonna oppose this crazy king who is mad with power, and so we're just gonna go off and take care of the land. but it's very disjointed, and there's more to it than that. Like, if you look at all the background, which if I look at all the background, because no one else has all the stuff, there's just a timeline, and I have to fit it all together like a jigsaw puzzle, because there's armies, there's entire nations, and I need to know how all nations fit. And I know that at some point there's also the Vandathere, and I have to confirm if the Vandathere are the same as the Dark One. I don't want to say the... I'm trying to remember what they were actually called. See, and this is the thing, I'm not familiar enough with the piece, and I need to become way more familiar with the story. But basically the warlock kings, who are trying to dominate the world. That's a very oversimplified version of this. And that's the other thing, is that I wanted to spend this weekend putting together what their side of the story is and what their plots are, because you're told the hero side, but there's not a lot of information about what's going on the other side of it, and I really want to know what their motivations are, that sort of thing, because right now it's just everyone's trying to battle these evil forces. And it made more sense when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I need more information, and especially considering this is a really big storyline. Like, it's massively huge. There's love stories, again, like I was saying in the previous video, which you may or may not see because editing. But yeah, I could go on about this specific story, except for I can't, because I don't know enough about it. Hence why I have to read the manuscript. I need to read the manuscript from beginning to end, so I can kind of go, right? And I don't need to, I just... shiny new thing. And it's not even a shiny new thing, it's like the oldest thing. It's the first manuscript, so it is even more important in some ways. And also because I put out technically the first book in this series, I do want to get that done in a timely fashion, because I also have to do OCR edits before I can do the regular edits, which is why I'm printing off the manuscript, so I can like do substantive, I'm grasping at the word here, structural editing. Because I can't pronounce the word, I don't know, it's Friday, guys, sorry, it's Friday. But I have structural editing to do, where I have to go over the story and fit it into timelines and make it make sense. Because there is a timeline, there's like an overarching timeline, and I got to figure out where it all goes. But yes, that, very much that. But I'll have more for you. Like, that's the thing, I want to talk about this project so much, and it's all up in here right now because I'm only sparked by little bits and pieces that I've read, and like literally only little bits and pieces that I've read, except for the first part of the story. But there's like languages, there's like background story on how certain things came to be, like all of these people came, a bunch of people came over from an island that was the destruction of an island. There was, I think it was blowing up, and so they had to leave the island, and they came over to this new world, Aventure, and they there's like certain groups that have commingled with the people who are already in the world, and then there's the Samruthra, that's the other thing. I have to practice pronouncing things. I want to say Kaimuthra. That's not it. I'll get it. But it's not an easy name to pronounce. And it's because it's in Elven, and people make it sound great. Not me. Well, I'll practice it for later. I know. This is where all my Welsh studies pay off, guys. Anyway, once I study a bunch of that, and be able to pronounce things properly. Yeah, there's that. And then there's like the people of Rylak, which are dwarves. Like the Kaimuthra are elves. The people of Rylak are dwarves. So anyway, I was saying quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry about the really, really rambly nature of the video tonight. Oh boy. Feel free to like and subscribe, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna put a warning on this video. It's long, it's rambly, and about what we're not even really sure. I'm talking about stories without talking about the stories themselves. It's a little sad. Anyway, thank you for putting up with me, and I'll talk to you again really soon. Bye.